Welcome to Düsseldorf, Germany. In this video, we're gonna find out if this is the best city to live here. We're gonna go neighborhood by neighborhood, exploring everything. I know Düsseldorf has a very specific reputation. It's very sleek, it's very rich, it's maybe even a little snobby, but I want to prove you wrong. For me, it's a city full of memories, summer fairs, fun cafes, so many beautiful spots, so much nature. I just want to show you all of it. And if you already see, it's raining. I am with my bike. It's gonna be a little workout for me. So let's hope it stops and we can see as much as possible so you can make up your mind. Let me know what you think. Let's hop into the video. Wish me good luck. Let's start off in Oberkassel, the most luxurious, elegant, and expensive district here in Düsseldorf. On the one side, it's beautiful. It's like kind of a little bit romantic. You have these old homes, but people who walk around here look like they have money, and honestly sometimes it feels a little bit like a movie set, and this is also the stereotype that many people have of Düsseldorf. It's very snobby, elegant, stuck up, and maybe this area reflects this a little bit. But on the other side, if people can afford to live here, wow, it's beautiful. I would love to own one of these balconies. It's truly magical. But on the other side, if you don't have a dog or a Porsche or whatever it may be, you will stand out here. And it's not a very inclusive neighborhood. There's not a lot of diversity here. Super overpriced restaurants. I've personally never eaten in one of them, but they look amazing. Maybe one day, who knows? But it looks like it's starting to rain. So let's maybe hop around a couple of different areas today so you see many different sides of Düsseldorf. This, as I said, this is a side alley because the main beautiful streets of Oberkassel are currently filled to the brim with people because we have the biggest fair at the Rhine currently. Like, I just love biking through this area. Every house prettier than the other. Oh, there's a pink one. So we're currently walking past the fair. And it looks so fun and so amazing. I honestly love when people are having fun, and I'm just looking at every attraction, like which one is the best. I really like the swings up top. But yeah, not today, not today. Wow, but also look at the villas, guys. Look at the villas. I think this is like one of the most expensive streets in Düsseldorf. I mean, the view, you have the view on the Rhine Tower. 1 week, no, actually like 2 weeks a year. During the fair and during Carnival, I wouldn't want to live here. From classic Europe to little Tokyo. Literally, we're currently in Germany's largest Japanese community, which is here in Düsseldorf, the Immermannstraße. This neighborhood really proves it. And it's not just for tourists. In the last decades, many Japanese people came here for work, and well, the country and the city decided to make it feel a little bit more like home, so you can feel like the true authenticity. You almost feel like you're in Japan. You have ramen, sushi, manga shops, bakeries, bookshops, whatever you like, you will find it here. And it's honestly like a deep dive into a different world. I actually filmed an entire video in this area a couple of months ago, so if you're interested, make sure to check it out. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna start to rain, so we have to keep moving. But I feel like this area just proves how multicultural Germany is, and especially Düsseldorf. And I personally really like it. Wherever you go, you can find cuisine from all over the world. It just makes it so fun, you know? In every district, you have a little bit of a different culture, and it's just so fun. And yeah, also super nice cars roaming around here. This is also Germany for you, but we'll talk about it some other time. And we are currently passing through the city center and Königsallee, which you see behind me. Oh, somebody's doing their business back there. But yeah, I've talked about this area in my last video, so make sure to check it out. It's pretty cool for shopping, but I honestly don't know who lives here. Like, the prices are outrageous, so I don't really see this as a neighborhood. It's just part of the city. Everybody knows Königsallee, Schadowstraße is just the city center. I want to focus a bit more on the places around there, and there's just so many places I want to go to, but my time today is limited, so we're gonna see what we can catch today. But as always, this looks really nice. If you like it funky, Flingern is the place for you. It's very stylish, fun, a little bit edgy, a lot of street art, and you just feel like it's different. There's a lot of concept cafes, there's some record stores, tattoo places. Honestly, just very different side of Düsseldorf. If you imagine like the Königsallee, for example, this is very laid back, chill, relaxed. And generally, I feel like it's always funny when you think about Düsseldorf, when you look at the different areas. With each area, you have like your stereotype of a person. If somebody tells me they're from Oberkassel, for example, I think like maybe like snobby, rich. If somebody tells me they're from Flingern, I think like hipster, soy latte enjoyer, you know, just certain images that pop up in my head. So this area is very fun and colorful, definitely worth checking out. But one thing I noticed is that the prices of rent are skyrocketing here. So I feel like there's a little trend coming along here. Like it used to be more low-key, and now more and more people want to move here. It's sort of like a lifestyle. On every corner you have a cafe, just a very different speed of life also. And yeah, the rent is rising here. It's a bit windy. Welcome to Kiefernstraße, a very unique street, as you may see. So it used to be an industrial worker street, and then it turned into this living canvas. I'm gonna keep it short on the history. In the 1980s, this street made history with a lot of police crashes, some connections to the RAF, and just many headlines in the newspapers. It's basically a sign of resistance here in Düsseldorf. Not many people remember the street, honestly. Currently there's around 800 people living here from all different sorts of nations, many artists, many former workers. And honestly, right now it feels very abandoned. I would think that nobody lives here, especially on the odd-numbered side of the street. There's just crazy artworks. You have to check it out. Read up on the history of Kiefernstraße yourself, but it's definitely a place worth mentioning. And for me, this just shows how colorful Düsseldorf is, how vibrant it is, how much history there is. And honestly, it's a very interesting city if you look past the facade that everyone sees. Now we are in loud and busy Oberbilk. I would say this is a pretty contrasting district. It's very loud, as I said, raw, a little bit chaotic, but it's super exciting. I feel like here you really feel the life. It's super multicultural. You hear Arabic, Turkish, Polish, wherever you go, so many different languages and people. And the food here, guys, it's truly amazing, especially on a budget. So there's a lot of tiny little shops with treats and sweets and whatever. You can just explore here for so many hours. And there's a beautiful park at the end of the street. Make sure to check it out. I could also spend there hours and hours. I feel like this area of Düsseldorf is truly underrated. I know that many people avoid this area and it's a little rough around the edges, but I feel like that's what makes it so unique. And I personally haven't been here in a while, but it's always fun to come back. And one reason why I love Düsseldorf so much has to be the Rhine promenade here. I don't know what about water, but anytime I travel when there's water, it pulls me close. It's just so nice. It makes you feel so calm, like you can just watch the water flow through the city. It's a little piece of nature. Guys, it's so windy, but also all of the trees around it, and it's just so nice. Also, when I was traveling to Istanbul, I really liked the Bosporus River. When I was traveling to Cairo, the Nile. In Italy, it was the Garda Lake. If you watch all of my past content, I always get so excited about water. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the promenade. I don't know who can afford to live up there. Beautiful houses. By the way, first of all, there's a bridge with super loud cars on it, and second of all, there's a fair on the other side. We have just been back there in Oberkassel, and yeah, this is one thing that I really like about Düsseldorf. I also talked about it a lot in my previous video. There's just so much to do in the summer, all the events, always something happening. Yesterday night there was a drone show here. It was pretty cool. I personally haven't seen it because I was working a double shift, and I'm honestly a bit sad. Yesterday the weather was amazing. Today you see a gloomy day, and also this is a factor. I feel like Germany in summer is top tier, like pretty fun. All of the seagulls here, I feel like I'm by the ocean. And Germany in winter is a bit depressing, so yeah, I feel like today I'm just showing you as much as I can. We're gonna see how far I've come. I would love to show you the Wald, which is a forest, but I don't think I have the energy today. I'm traveling with my bike here. Actually, it's for my boyfriend. I stole it because mine had a flat tire. But yeah, I would love to show you the forest and some like areas further out, but I don't think I have the energy. I worked 8 hours in the morning. Now I'm just trying to give you a little tour of Düsseldorf and to show you why it's, in my opinion, the most cool and pretty and fun city. The wind is confusing me. Let's hop to the next destination. And so we are now in Unterbilk, which is one of my favorite areas here. We're super close by to Lorettostraße, and overall this area is just packed with super nice concept stores. You see all of the restaurants back here, the cafes back there are all filled to the brim. It's just super alive. I moved super close here like a year ago, and just every time I pass through here, it's always so exciting. It's so fun. So many things to do and to explore. On the pricier side, especially the cafes and the stores, but I feel like here you just have a super nice quality of life. You can go and walk around. You're super close to the MedienHafen, you're super close to the TV tower, to the Rhine promenade, but also you have great connection with the trains back there. Is a station all over Düsseldorf. The transportation is super great. And I feel like this is also a huge factor. Like, I can bike wherever I want, I can walk wherever I want. Super great trains, bus, and everything you might need underground. And this makes it so interconnected, and like you don't feel where one area ends and the other one begins, because like there is no empty streets. Everywhere something is happening, which I think is really great. So yeah, this is Unterbilk, and then there's also Bilk, which is where I live. It's a bit cheaper. It's also more for students, I would say, especially because the uni campus is pretty close by. As I said, the weather is not so great today, so I'm probably not gonna go deeper into Bilk, but I'm gonna try and show you as much as I can. So Bilk is like probably, if you're on a budget, the best option for you to move to Düsseldorf, because everybody says like Düsseldorf is so crazy expensive. Yes, it is, but also depends on where you look. There's also very cheap areas, but the super cheap areas I wouldn't recommend. Like there's, for example, Ella. In my school, or generally in Düsseldorf, we have a saying which goes like, in Ella stirbt man schneller, which means you will die faster in Ella, which is the district. So I mean, the saying says it all. There's just some districts which are also a bit further out of the city center that are just a bit sketchy. Maybe I wouldn't walk around there in the middle of the night, but it's also still Europe. It's still very safe, but maybe not as cozy and homey as it is in Unterbilk, for example. And so we have made it into the MedienHafen, and for me it's just really beautiful. I love to go on walks here. I live pretty close by, and well, the clouds are super thick again. Let's talk a little bit about the area here. So for me, this is a reflection of Düsseldorf's media presence. Like, we have a lot of media agencies here, some newsletters. Everything you see in this building is basically our headquarters. We have some beautiful rooftop bars here. So I feel like Düsseldorf is a very fancy city. You can definitely spend a lot of good money, especially back here. But it's also beautiful, like the Jerry buildings back here. So this is not really a neighborhood. That I don't think any people live here, especially after like 8 p.m. It turns into a ghost town, especially if there's no events going on. But still, I think it's cool. I think it's an image of Düsseldorf's potential, even maybe. Like, we don't have any huge skyscrapers or anything here. It's like a huge city, but it's not like Frankfurt, for example. Like, Frankfurt has crazy skyscrapers and is like a much bigger international hub, but it has a certain charm to it. Like, I don't know, for example, for me, Hamburg sometimes feels a bit cold, especially it even rains more than here. And yeah, I just really like this little corner of Düsseldorf. The video is slowly coming to an end, and we have made it to one of my favorite streets here in my neighborhood, Bilk. I mean, pretty nice, isn't it? I'll let you have a look at it. It's super like nature. There's the Düssel. It's a channel which gives its name to Düsseldorf, you know, Düssel. And Dorf actually means village, which it honestly even feels a bit like a village, you know? It's not like huge like Berlin, but it's also not tiny, and I feel like it's a perfect mix of everything. Like, I personally really like it here. At the beginning of the year, I was feeling very lost and not so happy here. I was complaining about a lot of things, and I personally decided to take a step back and try and find things that I'm grateful for. And well, for me, the reason why the best city is Düsseldorf is just the overall, like, it's super multicultural. it's on the pricier side, but the pricier options also come with tons of options. Like, because it's such a big city, you have limitless options. Like, you can go into any neighborhood and find something for yourself. Also, rent-wise, there's so many different options. There's like villas in Oberkassel, small art studios in Flingern, or cute little apartments in Bilk for a fraction of the price. Well, it's still expensive, but I feel like living in a city like this comes with its own comfort. The transportation, the walkability. Can you say it like that? How walkable it is, let's say. And well, it does have a little like uptightness, but I would say it's way more laid back and relaxed than Munich, for example. I prefer the weather over Hamburg, and it's just not as crazy and big and loud as Berlin, which, you know, when you say, oh, I'm from Germany, oh, how is Berlin? Well, I'm not from Berlin, I'm from Düsseldorf, and I feel like many people oversee it and overhear it. Some maybe know Cologne, which is an hour away from here, but not many know Düsseldorf, and I hope this video showed you a little glimpse of the city. So for me, it's time to go home. I have a very special trip coming up. I still have to pack my bags. I'm super excited. Make sure to come back to the next one, and well, I will see you again.